Hello, Flosstube. We're the real Housewives of Cross Stitch. I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Chelsea.
And this is Piper.
And this is Ronnie.
And we're here to talk to you about our stitching this week. We almost want to whisper so that you don't hear.
We almost forgot our names for a second there. All right, Ron. No barking.
I remembered mine.
We're on Flosstube. Hi. Welcome. Come on in. How do we start this off? We're going to talk to you about our stitching. Do we already say that? Okay. Go ahead.
Wake up.
Go ahead. Yesterday, so what did we do this week?
We planted a hedge of hydrangeas.
You want to rephrase that?
Just dug holes.
In 98-degree heat.
We only like 92.
We dug.
They've been here for a week, but we just hadn't.
2 weeks.
We hadn't gotten the nerve to.
So we planted a hedge of hydrangeas, planted some Zinfandels and Bobos.
7 new hydrangeas went in the ground here yesterday.
The hedge is a hedge of limelights, right? They're limelights. Okay. We went to the pool. I put up peel and stick wallpaper in my bathroom. A lot of people wanted to know how that went. I posted it like a fast forwarded version of the video on my Instagram. With 2 people, it probably would have been a lot easier. With 1 person, there were a lot of naughty words said, but it looks good and I'm excited about it. I still have to stain some shelving to put up, and then I need to find a cute sign. Probably something with chickens on it, just to annoy my husband. And then what else did we do? Yesterday.
Oh, right. So last week we released the first in the fall What's in My Cups, and that was Harvest. And then yesterday is Fall Y'all, and he's the cutest scarecrow with his crows and sitting in his corn patch, and he's just adorable.
Love him. Love it. So you can get those on our Etsy shop. Link is below.
I did get my hair done this week. Everything was like, they still have the plastic shower curtains. You still wear a mask in there, and then you take it off, and she wears her mask. It was great.
That's good. I didn't get my
She only has one. It's not like she runs back and forth between people. She only does one person at a time, so it's great.
That is probably a better thing. All right, I'm going to jump into questions. We had lots of, so all of your questions that you want asked in the future, I started writing them down.
Did you pick one for today?
I didn't pick one, but I have them written down so I can pick it as we go. And what I'm looking for are the giveaways for last week. They're right here. Okay. All right, Melita wanted to know, Calvin and Clyde looks like it was stitched on a blue even weave. Can you clarify what RIT dye was used?
I'm pretty sure that's denim blue.
Yeah, it looks like denim.
I started mine last night too, so I'll show you mine.
And I think we'll start labeling them since we're going to start using them in finishes. When we haven't dyed a big chunk of fabric back when we did that video. So when we dye the next batch, then we will start labeling them.
Some of the blues, so yeah.
Yep. Oh, we went to a flea market too. We went to a flea market on Sunday.
Right. I think that's my favorite. Oh my gosh, I got a pink scale.
She got 2 scales.
I got a pink one though.
We went for finishing pieces.
But we didn't find any.
We didn't go in any of the buildings, so we stayed outside.
Yeah, we only did the outside part. But I said to Chelsea, I'm like, all these people are having all this fun and they're buying all this stuff. And she's like, we already have that all.
Right. She's like, look at all these people are buying so much. And I was like, we have everything that we've seen walk by.
They're just late to the party.
All right. Donna, you mentioned you follow someone with quilting. Who was she again? Stuff, STUPH by Steph.
STEPH.
Yes.
And the reason why I think I started following her is because of Fitz and Floyd at Christmas time. She has a couple of the same pieces that I do, and I don't know if that hashtag came up or what, but I think that's how I found her.
Cindy, now that you're designing your own designs and have an Etsy store, are there any other dream businesses that you've had that you may dip your toes into?
Oh my goodness. We don't have time to breathe.
No,
I think we'll open up a restaurant in the front yard.
That's what she wants. She wants a little cafe stitching shop.
There's this barn that's used to be a restaurant that's closed down, and it's not that far away. And I said we could really have a cute bakery and cross stitch store. And
I killed the dream.
Yeah,
I killed it. All right, Lori, do you use a chart holder for your paper charts? A while back, I had talked about how when I stitched in the car, I needed something to clip onto the steering wheel. So several viewers sent me a clip that you clip onto the steering wheel and it holds your chart, and it is phenomenal. You can also
They sell them at Fat Quarter Shop.
Yep, you can also clip it onto your like Q-snap. When I'm stitching and when she's stitching at home, we use our OttLite. So we have a standing OttLite that stands next to us, and we use our
needle minders.
Needle minders and pin the paper to it because the stand is metal. That chipmunk, he's gonna go while you're doing the video. Well,
it's not a chipmunk,
squirrel.
It's a squirrel.
When I came over, Mom was talking to a squirrel out the bathroom window because he's digging in her flowers, and she was having a full-fledged conversation with him. I told you no. Did you not hear me? And she went out there to talk to him, and he just sat there. So they're friends, obviously.
He was trying to bury a black walnut like this big in my petunias.
Doesn't he know?
Yeah, not acceptable.
Where are we? Jen, stitching has always brought me such calm and peacefulness. Does it do the same for you too?
It depends. If I'm home alone, yes. If she's here, no.
Jen, I don't know what calm and peacefulness is. So I'd have to. Yeah,
she lives in Jurassic Park.
Yes. But yes, we use stitching as our therapy to, you know.
I feel like if I don't stitch, that I can't like settle down at the end of the day. So
yeah.
It puts me right to sleep.
Were you asleep last night when I texted you?
When did you text me?
I texted you a picture of Uncrustables because they're on sale at Costco. My kid will not eat a regular peanut butter and jelly, but we were at the pool and I bought him an Uncrustable and he ate it like it was a dessert, the best thing in the world.
You know what I think it is? I think that peanut butter, they mix it up like it's a Reese's peanut butter cup and put it in there because it's like really thick and everything.
Oh. Well, he
so
loves
that's
it.
why. And I told you that they're like 300 and something calories, so that doesn't make
and
sense.
I'm like anti-processed food.
A Reese's peanut butter cup sandwich.
Well, he loves them. And he's a really picky eater right now. He used to be so good, and right now he's just very picky. All right. DM Thomas, I would like to know how your collaboration with Kimberly began. I had started talking about Fat Quarter Shop because we were doing the string quilts. And when I get on something, like, I was really determined that I wanted to start making a quilt. So I watched like every video known to man. I bought books, and she did an interview and a tutorial with Vera? No. Oh, goodness.
Is it dark? No.
The
one who came up with those vintage...
quilt as you go.
Quilt as you go, vintage string quilts or whatever it is.
And I started talking about it, and then they had... I don't know.
No, she started Flosstube.
Yeah.
I can tell the story. She started Flosstube. I remember I was doing my makeup or something and watching her do her first Flosstube. I think it was her first one or maybe second one. And she mentioned us. And I like texted Chelsea and I commented on the video when she was doing it. And then
I think you had me comment on the video because you're very shy about commenting. So you had me send the comments.
Oh. Well, whatever. But then she called us, or she emailed us and asked if she could call us, and they called us, and we were very nervous, and
we didn't know what to say. And she's like putting it on speaker and shoving it towards me, and I'd shove it back towards.
They asked us to come there, but we're very good friends, and
now we're like besties.
Yeah, we appreciate everything that she's done for us.
Yes,
and we love Denise.
But we were very much fangirling. Like, she was like famous. So.
We still do.
Yes. Kodo PK, what's your favorite hydrangea? Oh, they came out with a new one this week. What's it called?
It's an improved version of the Limelight.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I would probably say the Limelight, but it could be the... I haven't had a big Zinfandel yet, and the way that those look, I really like the way that the flowers are because they're not as pointy. They're like rounded more. So
see, I really like the pointy ones this year. So the Incredibles, I bought a bunch of those, and I have a bunch of them in my yard. And now I'm looking at them like they're kind of floppy. I don't know.
They'll get stronger because they're new.
Beautiful. They have these big ball heads on them. I don't know. There's something about the Limelights that like stand tall, and they're just like
if I could only get one, it would be the Limelight.
And they do well.
That's why that hedge. There's 5 of them.
The neighbor went outside and was like, all right, it's in her property line. Everything's fine. But, okay. Jack JRA, do you ever start a project and then never pick it up again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And usually I stitch on it more than one time, but I have a lot of. I probably have 40 something whips. Yeah, but you'll want to go back to them. Like now, I'm thinking, what have I got started for fall that I can go back to?
Yep.
So I got to go dig through my stuff.
I was inspired by Kimberly to organize my closet because that's where I keep my whips because I stitch a lot in my room at night. So I bought some shelving. I'm waiting for and so now I'm waiting for shelving to arrive, and I'm gonna count my whips when I do that. But I'm gonna line them all up on there because right now they're just in bags. So I will count my whips, and I might move some to like my craft room where I know I'm not gonna use them anymore. I'm inspired to organize lately. I don't know why. Are you good? I thought she was making me stop the video because sometimes that's all she can say to stop.
The dog was looking at me. She wouldn't stop looking at my hand.
Raquel, what size? Oh, no, wait, we're not even there yet. Patricia, is it possible to finish a piece without sticky board? Yes, you could use mat board. You can use the back of a frame. Like if you get a frame and the insert of it, you could use that. You could,
or you can make a pillow. You can sew a finish or wall hanging or
and
whatever.
Then back in the day on the Prairie Schoolers, they on the instructions on those they say to use cardboard and stuff. So I mean, it's
some of my Prairie Schoolers Santas are cardboard.
I mean, use what you want to. The sticky board is just what works for us. You do you. Norma, of your charts, which is your favorite so far? Mine, it hasn't been released yet.
Really?
Yeah. The one you're doing now and the one you have for next month are my favorites. So you'll see it in a little bit.
Like, I love all of them, but I think that the witch, Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat is, she's pretty good. I'm looking at her right now. She's pretty good. I love her buffalo check skirt and her little camisole with the sweater. Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like little tiny buttons being done for her buttons on her shirt.
That'd be cute.
Ooh. All right.
But I really like the lettering and everything. That one I really
but
love.
the border on Jolly Saint Nick too is something that I really love. I just like them all. Okay. Milka, how do you get your inspiration for the designs you do? She just like has them in her head all the time. Some people are just gifted like that. They have that creativity that's just like never ending. Me, I'm like, I'm out. 10 minutes.
I'll wake up and something will be in my head and I have to do it.
Yes.
So.
Kathy, do you always rip out stitches if you counted wrong, or do you adjust the patterns? You make it your own. If you can fudge it a little bit without like having to redesign the entire piece.
Most of the time I will rip mine out because I don't want to run into problems later on. And sometimes I've even been known to go over the stitches with the other color floss that it's supposed to be. Don't tell anybody that. But if it's not going to show,
we're stitching for our hobby, not for perfection.
Right.
Just do it. But if you are one of those people that needs it perfect, then do that. Again, whatever you need. It's your hobby. This is, like we said before, this is meant to like calm you down and be relaxing, not like, you know, I don't know. Kesmez, would you ever consider doing a recipe book? I would say never, but right now. Yeah. No.
We still didn't do our salsa recipe either.
We made it.
We did.
I made it at home too.
We did our garden question and answer video last week, but
she's like, you need to look at the video and see if it looks like I have fleas because she kept itching her chin.
I was like itching off. I don't know what was wrong.
I'm like, nobody's gonna think that you have fleas. So but I didn't have makeup on, and I'm like, we're just gonna do it again.
Oh, so that's why.
No, you said you'll feel better because you'll look better. I said, oh, okay. A mother's love.
I sat on there and I just started itching my face. No, I wasn't.
Carol or Raquel, what size is the grapevine wreath for your Prairie Schooler seasons?
It's not very big. It's probably like a 8 or a 10 inch.
It's like 1/16 of a teaspoon of a cup.
So what would be the best thing to do is stitch it and then take your piece which is what I did, take it to the store and find the wreath that you want for that size.
That's a good thing. Carol, how do you keep track of your needles if you use them for different size fabric? We don't, but you could use a needle minder on your fabric and then, or have different needle tins and just write on them what size needle goes in where, but we stitch on the same.
Mm-hmm. I have a magnetic needle tin from Zappy Dots.
Yep.
From Holly Jolly Farm.
I keep my needles in the package that they came from in a...
was Ronnie, you had her, right?
Yeah, a little sewing notion.
Did you have her in the beginning of the video?
Yes, I introduced her.
Oh, okay. So this week, Ronnie had to go to the vet because she had a lump in her ear. So they took her in, and it's... I thought she got bit by a bee because she's always trying to attack the bees in the yard. But it's a hematoma, and so they had to drain it, but it doesn't seem like it's all out, so she might have to have surgery on her ear.
But she acts totally fine. She's still digging and everything else. But she's always in the raspberries, and there's tons of bees over there. That's why she thought she had got stung. Okay, Natalie, what made you guys want to start a Flosstube channel? We had watched them, and I just thought Mom did finishing really well, so I thought she should share that. I don't know.
And I didn't think that.
So. Right. She's like, no. And so then I bought a tripod, and I said, we're going to do a Flosstube. Brenda, what is the Halloween pattern Chelsea's working on that she showed after Trick or Treat? I think it was called Boo Club. Yes, it's Boo Club. You had said in your comment that you looked at Fat Quarter Shop to find it. Lizzie Kate, you can only get
1, 2, 3 stitch.
At 1, 2, 3 stitch. Some Lizzie Kates you can get at Fat Quarter Shop. I know I bought the sleds there, but like they went into retirement, so now their designs are licensed through 1, 2, 3 stitch. I don't know if you can get all of the Boo Clubs because they didn't license all of their stuff, right? Or like at a certain time that they're releasing it. I don't know how it works, but I had to get mine. I think I got mine as a gift, or I got it off of eBay when if you go back to the time that Lizzie Kate retired, you can see like the humdrum about it. Like it was major. People were trying to get the charts and everything.
Right, because they didn't know that 1, 2, 3 stitch was going to have them, so people were paying a lot of money for charts.
Yeah. All right, Deborah, is it too hot to plant hydrangeas? Keep them really well watered. I'd say if you wait any longer, you're going to have a hard time with them rooting well enough to last through the winter, I would say, right?
Well, I would think that like my vanilla strawberry, I planted in November.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't recommend that, but...
We got it on clearance, and I planted it in November. I think it was, what did I say, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago, and it's humongous. But I probably got lucky with that. But if you're going to plant them now, like mine were looking stressed. The flowers were turning brown because they were in the hot sun in pots. Yeah. So now they don't look so wonderful out there. I need to cut off a lot of the flowers because they're brown. But just keep them watered, and they'll be fine.
Water.
And make sure you add like a handful of
fertilizer.
Yeah, biotone starter or plant tone. Yep.
Bridget, what's a good way to build your fabric stash? They have lots of fabric of the month clubs depending on what kind of fabric, linen or Ada.
Or even that Fabric Flare, isn't that a... Yeah,
Fabric Flare has a fabric of the month through Fat Quarter Shop is what we're talking about, and that's a great way. I mean, it's like a little, you know, like those like the makeup boxes that we do each month. It's fun to get a little surprise and something to add to your stash. They're all pretty much like neutral base, so you could put anything on it where it's not
right. And I would say every time you place an order, buy a couple of those. If you dye your own or whatever, buy those little rolls of Monaco, and then you'll have some,
or Ada, whatever you stitch on. Kathy wanted to know, Chelsea, how far are you on your farms at Hawk Run Hollow? Everyone asks this. I put it away. That's one that's in my craft room that I'm not focused on right now. I know it's a bigger piece. It's probably a lifetime piece. I love it. I absolutely think it's a beautiful chart. But right now it's not. If I'm going to work on something.
Too, but I haven't bought it, and I don't have it.
That, I'm going to work on my Santa's Village by Country Cottage Needleworks to get that one done. Kiara, are your charts beginner friendly? I think so. They're pretty big as far as the symbols. They are in color. We don't have a lot of back stitching on the What's in My Cup that we offer as PDFs. Those have back stitching for the letters. You could simply leave them out if you wanted to. The
ornaments would be great for a beginner.
Yep, I think we did our first French knots in this last one, and you could leave them off there in the eyes of the crows, but it's not.
I think all of them would be fine for a beginner because there's no hard stitches. You just have to follow the
chart. There's not confetti stitching a lot. I mean, there's buffalo check, but you could easily do one color at a time. Mindy, are there any tricks for counting over to motifs that are like 20 stitches away when you're stitching on that Monaco? So I was a dancer and I always go 1 and 2. Where's like a piece of fabric here?
Here.
I would hold your fabric and I take my needle.
I usually try to count it like 3 times when I'm doing that.
She does it on the top. I don't. I take my needle and I poke through the holes and I say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that way when I get to my thing, I'm not having to re-find it by taking my needle from on top to underneath. My needle's already in the bottom, so I can just pull up through the thread, if that makes sense. So I poke from underneath and I'm counting 1 and 2 because you're stitching over 2. But I was a dancer, so
when I get to the end spot where I would need to start it, I take my needle and I put it in there and I like swirl it around a little bit to make the hole bigger so I can see it, and then I count backwards and then I stitch it.
Try it my way, I'll try it your way. All right, Joy, are you going to start designing quilts as well as the cross stitch patterns now? Well, I guess so. Table runners.
There's a table runner quilt pattern at that quarter shop.
Yes. Mary, what kind of hydrangea would be good as a fence to give a block in privacy? 5 limelights.
Limelights.
They get 6 to 8 feet tall and wide, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are beautiful. We'll point out the limelights when we do the next garden tour, which should be shortly here. So we'll point out the limelights.
If you follow me on Instagram, my limelight was...
I think that would be a good thing for you to show people. So you can be in the video for the hydrangeas. You can show them which one is which this time. We can do that for you guys.
Okay, Ken.
Yeah. Don't act like that. She doesn't like to be in the videos. Is my butt in the videos? Are my feet in the videos? Are my hands in the videos? She doesn't like to be in the videos. It's not like I'm kicking her out of the video. All right. Angie, I was wondering, Teresa, do your hands cramp from holding your fabric and stitching in hand?
Occasionally.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
But just get up and do something, and
yeah,
like I constantly do this with my hands to
stretch them out.
Yeah.
Mary, what kind? Oh no, you guys.
But only like when I'm on a deadline and I have to stitch. I can say that on Thursday I mowed the lawn and then had to finish stitching the cup because I decided to change the cup at the last minute and had to start over.
The day before it's due.
Mm-hmm. So,
Angie,
my hands hurt that day.
I was wondering if you'd consider doing a video for newbies on how to set up a project, like cutting the fabric and doing the floss, everything like that.
We can probably do that, but we don't really cut our fabric until...
But we can show you how.
We have to,
right. Do it, yes.
Yep.
Yes, we can. Christina, how do you keep your place in your pattern while you are cross-stitching? So we don't really have that problem. A lot of people have asked that, and we're just able to watch it. But Fat Quarter Shop, so Emma has the line keepers. They're magnetic.
They look like bobby pins that are magnets, and you just slide that on there.
And you could just bring it down as you're following along in your pattern.
But what we like to stitch isn't really like motifs, like it's long dog samplers or something where it's the same over here as it is over here. Ours is pretty much different, so we know
where we're stitching at. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we don't have that problem.
Have you guys used the even weave from Hobby Lobby? I was curious if it would be good to coffee tea dye.
Yes, we've used it.
That's what we use.
I prefer the Monaco from Fat Quarter Shop, the Charles Craft, right?
And they used to sell that at Hobby Lobby. Right. We were using that often.
But now they have their own brand, and I think it's a little bit flimsier.
Artiste, right? Something like that. But it's still good for coffee tea dye.
Yep, if you can't do anything else, that's good.
Kim, how do you get so much accomplished, and do you have a specific stitching time? We've said it before. We like to keep busy. We like to not have much downtime. We don't have a lot of time to relax, but that's our choosing, I think.
I do stitch in the morning before I go and start my
watering. And 7 hours of watering. Excuse the water bill. We had real bad storms too. Not as bad as Iowa, so we were thinking of everyone in Iowa right now, but there was
tornado sirens and
warnings.
It was very scary.
Okay, but yes, we set our minds to it, and if we can't get it done that day, then we put it on for the next. I mean, we just want to keep.
And at this present time, my yard is cleaner than my house, so
yeah. Priorities, right? Priorities. I was teasing somebody on our group because she said the house is clean, so I'm starting to stitch, and I was like, oh, I hope that's not a prerequisite. Woo!
Yeah.
But no, I like to do the same thing. I like my house to be clean, and then I feel like I can, because it just like eats at you, like, oh my gosh, those
remember
dishes.
what it's like to have a clean house.
Yeah, you do. Your house is clean. It's just not like spotless. Like we can't film a video right now.
No.
All right.
No, the counter's full of like
Tomatoes.
zucchini, cucumbers. Mm-hmm.
Linda, where do you buy your hydrangeas from, and how late can they be planted? So we kind of covered that. Hydrangeas we like to buy as proven winners. You can get them at nurseries and Home Depot.
Right. So that's where
Lowe's.
I got those. The limelights for the hedge was at Home Depot.
Very inexpensive.
We got there, and it's not our regular Home Depot, but we were up in Wisconsin, so we went to this Home Depot, and they had just gotten a load in 20 minutes ago because they probably wouldn't have been there.
Right. They were really inexpensive for limelights. They were
They
only
were
$30.
$29.95, and the nursery we go to are $50 or $60. So that's why they got bought that day, and that's why we drove.
We
home
almost
with
took
the
a
bush
tree home
between
too.
my legs.
We almost took a tree home too because they were only 70, and usually those are like 140.
Mm-hmm.
But we did not have room, and I don't know. I feel like I would have gotten in trouble if I brought home another tree. Just
I don't really have a place to put a tree, so.
We could find
my
a
neighbor
place.
was saying, I need more hydrangeas in my yard. And I was like, I do too. She's like, no, you already have them all. She's going to die when she sees the 5 down the side.
She makes her husband work so hard. If mom has, she's like, oh, Priscilla planted her tree. You better get out there and do it. All right, Adina, what was your college major, Chelsea? I did not finish college. I went to school for, I was going to do elementary education. I don't know. I started working full time, and I had a very, very good job where I was paid very well, and I decided that that was the route that I wanted to take. I worked extra hard to be promoted because I did not have a college education, and I did really well for myself when I was working. So I'm not encouraging that by any means, but I think everybody has their own path, and especially right now, you know, it might not work out for you if you do even have a college education. So
right, and
it's trades and things like that. Do whatever you want to do, and that's what I'm going to encourage my kids to do. Is you need to be a hard worker in whatever field makes you happy and that you can succeed in. Because there's a lot of things right now that you can have a college education that you can't do much with. All right, Nan.
And can't find a job.
When did you start doing your chalk art? That's for you, not me. Because I started drawing on sidewalks when I was a child, but it didn't amount to anything.
I don't know, probably like 7 years ago, maybe longer. I used to just do them to decorate the house.
And then she did a big one for my house. A big, big frame with a ball jar with flowers.
Right. I was thinking we should chart that one that's in your hallway.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No.
Oh, my.
Your big truck.
Oh. I don't. That's on Mom's Instagram. When you walk into my mudroom, I have a whole chalkboard wall that she drew.
She painted the wall with chalkboard paint instead of, and then you put a frame around it.
I
right?
put molding up,
Right.
So molding to like frame it, so it looks like a big frame that's on the wall, and it has stayed up there since we moved in. She changed it once for 4th of July, and then did sunflowers and like a Carter coupe truck and stuff. It's beautiful. Julie, when will the quilt and table runner come out, and when will the fabrics be released?
Fabrics get released in September. And I want to say a special thank you to 911 Stitcher. She has a Facebook group, and she also does videos, but she was talking about our fabrics and, you know, how excited she was for us, and that makes us feel really good. So thank you so much. Yes. But the quilt kits will be available at that time too. October? Oh, sorry.
October. And then, yes, so lots of stores are doing pre-orders for the fabrics, and you can get on Fat Quarter Shop's website to pre-order for the table runner, the quilt kit, the fabrics. We're super excited about these.
The patterns.
Yes, super excited. Sorry, excuse me.
We can't wait to see, oh my goodness, when they start sewing them. Oh my gosh.
All right. Christine, are your kids heading back to school in person in September, or will they be home for a while? They have opted for, like, 4K through 4th grade can go 3 days or 4 days at school. My kids are older than that, so they're getting 2 days in school and they're getting 3 days online. We're going to work with it. I know that there's a lot of people that aren't going back to school at all, so we're going to work with it. There's no extracurriculars or anything for that, so we will figure it out. Elizabeth, what inspired your sense of style when it comes to decorating and finishing? old and crusty.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chicken coop farm, hot housey, rusticy.
Just what I just pick what I like.
Yes.
So,
Christine, this is the last one. What's your favorite tomato variety?
oh,
We don't know yet. Kellogg's, Dr. White. This year we really like the yellow and orange tomatoes. They're sweet and like they still have that tomato taste, but not like tomato-y.
I do like those ones that are really hard to pick. Those little tiny ones that I said, why did we plant those?
Currant tomatoes. The currants.
They're very sweet.
They're very sweet with
Those
some
are Ronnie's
mozzarella.
favorite too.
She's a pain. Yesterday, she's just in and out of the tomato beds, and you're just like, what are you doing? Okay.
She doesn't have any raspberries right now, so.
The fall raspberries are coming on like mad. All right, that's all the questions I have for today. That took a while. Thank you for your questions.
All right, so for previous finishes, this is a Little House Needleworks. Yeah, but I don't remember what the name of it is. But it goes with my sunflowers and bees theme, and I got that little chalkboard sign at Michael's the year that I did this, so probably like 5 years ago, so I doubt you can find it. But I love that.
Did you use the Call for Colors? You used Fancy Floss, and it's on Monaco.
I have no idea.
So it wasn't that long ago.
This is the August wordplay. Did it just slip?
Maybe. Oh, yeah.
I was looking at it like, what? Anyway, is the magnet not holding?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
fine. I got it.
All right, well, I might need to glue on the magnet. But anyway, this is the August wordplay with the needle and thread. I love this one because of all the names of the plants and bee balm and the little gardener girl.
I don't think I had it on the things. That's why. Okay, I didn't have it on there right.
But it's on an old tray, and I switch those out every month.
Yes.
Then Calvin and Trixie got a little update, but then he went to the Fat Quarter Shop, so I couldn't show him to you, but I took him off the pumpkin. This is that Leela May pumpkin, and they did offer him for sale, but then I added the Halloween plaid from our fabrics. So
Love him.
I only put like 2 dots of glue to hold it on because I knew that we were getting that fabric and I wanted to use it. Okay, and then Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher Magazine. This is our fall piece. This is called Fall Sunflowers. And there you go. It's full of corn and sunflowers and little pigs and chickens, and the barn is awesome, and we hope you guys love it. So the magazine goes out, I think, the end of August, right?
She has the slideshow up on her website now. You can see the covers and you can see the designs that are in it if you're already on her subscription list, or if you're looking to pre-order the magazine, you can do that as well.
But anyway, I finished it on that same barnwood frame. I added like a brown gingham check in the back. This is Lori Holt's vintage lace, I think. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I believe so.
And I just did that on the sides and added a bow, or is there 2 bows down there?
2.
Some fall leaves and a sunflower in the middle.
2 bows.
So that's all on magnets, so I can switch it out. Okay, so do your whips. But we were so excited to be able to show that to you.
I stitched 3, I'm almost complete with the 3rd one, so 3 ornaments. I can't show you, but that's what I was doing majority of the week. We're excited to show you those. And then I stitched on this.
That'll be next week, right?
Yes, the 22nd. We were talking and we need like a calendar the size of a wall so we can just like figure out our lives. People are like, oh, how do you do it? We don't know. Okay, we're we don't know. This is Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street Samplers. This is a fall one that I absolutely love. And I was looking through my whips and I don't have a lot of fall. It was from Kellen. I don't have a lot of fall whips started, so I'm excited to maybe finish this one and then I'll reward myself with a new start. So I did more of the house. I got the windows done. I did fencing at the bottom. I need to order a few more colors because I don't think you guys will believe this, but I had ordered them and then I lost them. So I need to order them again.
What do you mean you lost them? You used them for something else?
No, I lost the floss. I don't know where, I put it somewhere where I wouldn't lose it instead of in the project bag like an idiot. And then I lost it, you know? Stuff happens. And then I'm almost finished with this one. This is Trick or Treat. This has seen better days. Trick or Treat. I'm working on this one right here.
Maybe you should get one of those plastic page protectors.
Yes, I need to. Really bad. I feel so like, I feel like
these
a
are
bad
really
person.
flimsy, yeah.
And so I got the witch completed. I did her little face green and frog legs. His head is in embers, and then the rest is in black coffee.
That's cute.
So I just have the bottom and then back stitching, and they're little pumpkin buckets. And that's what I have. Yesterday was World Cross Stitch Day, and you guys, I was so tired after building Mama wall that I didn't stitch. I did watch part of Heather McDonald's comedy special though. I paid $3.99 for it. All right, that's what I did.
Good?
Yeah. I started reading Twilight's Sunrise. I don't know what the name of it is. The book that I talked about last week, and I feel like a teenager again. It makes me so happy. Did you read those books?
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you gonna borrow mine?
Don't you remember me going to
Somewhere. It was like
wait
Beanie
at
Babies,
midnight?
right? Yeah. What moms do. She also used to drive me all around to find Beanie Babies. We'd call and call and call places to find out if they had certain ones. Those were the days. If anybody wants to buy some Beanie Babies, I got them.
I only got like a tiny bit done on this.
This is Silver Creek Samplers, my Christmas list.
I had done these 2 stars next to the angel singing, and I just did like the little flowery looking things next to it, and that was it. I had it to do, and I didn't have my floss, so the only floss I had was the Queen Bee, so that's what I used.
Okay.
But anyway, I could have walked in the other room to get the floss.
You know, we are efficient.
So there is a sneak peek of this
Wait, can you, oh.
on Instagram. Can't wait for you to see it.
That's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
That we were talking about what's your favorite chart, that one hasn't been released yet. You showed a lot.
I showed it quick. Okay, so I started Calvin and Clyde yesterday for Fall Friday stitching. I got like the whole leaf with the white done on the one side, and I'm using remember I showed you last week that I got the floss pack from Backwater Shop?
Girl, I thought you were gonna pull that out and say that you were gonna change the colors, and I was like, you can't do that.
You sure? But anyway, I think that this is that denim blue and then coffee tea dyed. And mine's
Yours
the
is
same.
heavier coffee tea dyed. Mine was a flash.
Okay. But the white shows up really well, and you can see mine right there.
Your ring. A lot of people are stitching the witch. They are, I mean, everything.
Right, and Clovis and Stanley,
Right.
and what else?
They stitched Calvin and Clyde twice.
All right.
And they so
On 2
what's
different
funny
colored
about that?
fabric?
Okay, yeah, here. So on what is funny about this is on their version they had made the sign black and then the words white so that it was chalkboard, and Mom wanted me to do that and I failed to do that. So it looks beautiful.
Chelsea stitched this one. So would it be bad if I made mine chalkboard?
No, you can chalkboard yours. All right, what else? you finished the fall, y'all.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I was done with the truck last week, but I'm done with the truck, and I started Mary Mrs. Claus. So I got her hair started last night.
And then you did a lot on the November truck,
Mm-hmm.
and you're starting the
finished that,
November
yes.
word.
Yes, and then the Halloween.
Yes.
I did stitch a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to get Calvin and Clyde done because I need to go to Hobby Lobby, buy that truck so I can have it hanging up.
Hobby Lobby. All right, we got some gifts this week.
Our table's a little cleaner than normal.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. These were little purselets, And they're from Janie, and she had said since we're business women now, we can put our business cards in there. So now we have to
have
get
business cards. To do that.
But she made us these.
And we'd have to leave the house to give them to somebody.
Right. I don't know if anybody would accept a business card right now. But she made them for us and the girls. And she said that she's not even a cross stitcher, but she has brought 8 people to the cross stitching world because of watching our videos. So we are so thankful for that. And we're thankful for you spending your time with us.
These are adorable.
And these are amazing. They're so cute. Thank you so much. In this little teeny tiny box, which is adorable. My boxes are never like this from Amazon. My boxes are always ginormous.
I might use that for my debit card and money when I go to the pool.
Not the box. Oh, the purse lid. What? All right. This is from. Was there a card with this? Yes. Oh.
She sent us some scraps of fabric, and they're very, very cute. And here's more of that same sunflower print. But she sent them to us to use for finishing. I love this. So cute. These bees
and
are
she
really
has
cute.
2 of these patterns, so we can either keep it or we can give it away. And she sent us Mexican sunflowers, which you love, and nasturtiums, I love, and they're trailing.
My Mexican sunflowers haven't bloomed yet. I have a couple of them out there.
You have them out there by the wagon, right? And then she
And what
sent
is
this
this one?
pattern. It's Into This Garden by, who are these? The City Stitcher. Sorry, The City Stitcher. This is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Did I say who it was from?
I don't remember you saying her
Jan.
name. Jan. Okay. Thank you, Jan.
All right, so we've got a floss fix. We don't know if we showed this. Do you want to try to open that?
It is open.
Oh, all right. We don't know if we showed this Floss Frenzy. So Floss Frenzy is the Weeks Dye Works version of their floss of the month. Is it
Floss Club at Fat Quarter Shop.
Yeah. So this was the Midnight Navy Floss Club. Beautiful Blues by Weeks Dye Works. Just gonna cut that open real quick. And then we have a new Floss Fix, and that is the classic Colorworks version of the club you can get each month. Thank you. All right, and this one is the yellows. So this is Daffodil Yellow, and you get 6 colors in it. Beautiful colors.
Is green in there?
Yes, we use quite a bit of these in our, almost all of these in our designs. We've
Yellow
never
gold.
used that though. That's pretty. What is it?
Golden Star.
Mm.
I don't know that I have that.
All
Finley
right.
Gold is good. Crushed Pineapple's good.
All of them are good.
Yep.
They're all good.
Very nice. So one of these will be a giveaway today.
Right here.
Thank you, Fat
Okay,
Quarter Shop.
thank you, Fat Quarter Shop. All right. And then this, I can show or no?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got number 2 in the Prim Stitch series by Lori Holt. And it is Joy and Contentment. Beautiful. All right. That's what we got this week.
Okay.
We had giveaways last week.
Mm-hmm. Where's your list of questions? Can I pick one? I probably should write that out.
Yeah, but I need this to go through the giveaways. All right, the first one was from Sampling of Memories, LaDonna at Sampling of Memories, and she makes stitching notions, and she puts our designs into the stitching notions. So the first one was 2 opportunities to win the August Fob. These go to Kathleen Lemire and Kimberly L. Congratulations. Email us your physical address, tell us what you won, and we will mail it out to you. If you don't hear from us within 24 hours, just email us again.
The email is listed below.
Number 2 is 2 opportunities to win yard sauce. My other one's in here somewhere.
We've been making yard sauce like crazy.
Like crazy. I was saying number 2 was a giveaway for yard sauce, and Hunter thought that we were going to ship somebody yard sauce. And he's like, what if they get sick? I'm like, we're not going to do that, okay? Number 2 was Dawn O and Wendy Wesley.
Hunter's back to work, so.
Thank goodness. All right, number 3.
You aren't calling Verizon up in the bedroom anymore.
Is from Rivaris, and you get the ocean pattern and the beautiful whale needle minder to match it, and that goes to Michelle de Bardilaban.
Wow.
Sorry if I said that wrong. Number 4 is the set of stitch cards, set E, and there were 2 opportunities to win that. Those go to Kathy Skamansky and Sherry Fennick. Hello, pumpkin. You're tired. Number 5 is the Prim Stitch series, and there was 4 opportunities to win this. That goes to Shingle Spring Stitcher, Renee Geyer, Amy Motney, and Amy Savina. Saniva, sorry. Okay. You're going night-night? Okay. Number 6 was the PDF for Calvin and Clyde. 2 opportunities to win that. You can go night-night.
Ooh.
Oh. Poop time! Okay. Calvin and Clyde PDF.
What about it?
Thank you.
Oh.
All right, there was 2 opportunities to win the Calvin and Clyde PDF, and that goes to Susan Edwards and Joyce Mills.
Oh, now I remember because I said I was starting it.
Harvest. 3 PDFs, 3 opportunities to win this as a PDF, and that goes to Susan Castleman, Gail Alexander, and Kathy Deschutner. I think is how you say it. All right.
Congratulations,
Congratulations. At least my kid is regular. I mean, I can say that. Right? All right. He follows a strict routine, too. We had giveaways this week. Where? What?
Okay, number 1 is going to be 3 copies of
3
PDF.
opportunities to win.
Okay, I always said it wrong.
Fall, y'all.
Fall, y'all.
Right, because maybe they think they're getting 3 copies of it.
This paddle is from Leela May, and to get something like this, you need to join their Facebook group, and then they have wood sales once a month. This is a really tall one, and I really like that, tall and skinny to stand somewhere. Probably in my hutch in the kitchen.
So 3 opportunities to win fall, y'all, as a PDF. Number 2.
The daffodil, right?
Yes. Daffodil Yellow Floss Fix.
From Fat Quarter Shop.
From Fat Quarter Shop. It's 6 different classic color works, floss colors in that scheme of colors.
I had 4 of these.
Number 3 is 4 opportunities to win. Well, they're not all the same.
No, there's 2 the same
right.
and 2 the same.
So number 3 are 2 opportunities to win Bloom. Number
this is from
4
LaDonna, A Sampling of Memories.
is 2 opportunities to win Hello Summer.
So cute.
Number 5,
Thank you, LaDonna.
Spooky Night.
And these charts are from Fat Quarter Shop.
Twin Peaks Primitives. Number 6,
2 of the American Spirit. That was the Stitch Quarterly for the summer.
Number 7,
And their new Stitch Quarterly. I finished it a few weeks ago. It's really pretty.
Number 7 is Teeny Cross Stitch Chart Black and Jack by Teresa Kogut.
And number 8 is 3 Trucking Along September PDFs. Because those just went in the Etsy shop today.
Okay. To enter the giveaway, you're going to answer the question.
If you had a cross stitch store, and this came from one of our viewers, this is the whole list of questions.
There's
that we
more.
have.
I just haven't written them all down yet.
But anyway, if you had a cross stitch store, what would you name it?
What would you name yours? What are you going to name your cafe?
I don't know. Think of that.
Crosses and cakes. Okay, cookies. So you're going to answer that question below.
Cookies and stitches.
Okay. Well.
Tea and stitches.
Oh, I could use some tea right now.
Yeah, me too.
What are we going to make today for lunch? You're going to answer the question below. You're not going to say giveaway. You're not going to say free. And then you're going to list out the numbers that you're interested in winning. So we make sure that we pick a winner for something that you would actually stitch or you would actually use.
And the only place to enter the giveaway is below in the comment section, not on Facebook, not on.
They moved the comments again.
Instagram.
I think it's right below our video now. You used to have to like scroll forever.
Right, but if you get to the bottom, it says comments have moved, and I think you can click that, and it takes you where you have to go.
Oh, okay. And you have to be logged into YouTube. That doesn't mean you're starting a YouTube channel or anything like that. You just have to be logged in to make a comment. You leave a comment, whatever. Breathe.
Okay.
Anything else?
So answer that question. What would you name your cross stitch shop? We can't read those. Let's keep them all clean.
Why would you think that they wouldn't?
I don't know. We got some nutty people.
We're nutty too. Okay, so we appreciate you spending your time with us today. It's probably a little bit longer.
Follow us on Instagram.
There's like a hair that fell down my shirt and it is tickling me in I have fleas.
Sure it's not growing?
It's not what? Growing? You're so rude. I am the hairiest person known to man. Like I have man hairy arms. She's just rude. Okay. But it's like right and it's just itching me, so I have fleas. Maybe you do have fleas and I caught them by sitting next to you. Right. I should have been wearing a body mask. We appreciate you spending your time with us.
Anyway, follow us on Instagram. Stop interrupting me. At Priscilla Lane at Chelsea356, Priscilla's 2000 on Facebook, and Priscilla's 2000 at Blogspot.com. Which today the new punch needle and printer stitcher fall sunflowers will be on there. I was going to do it this morning, but I thought I would show it here first. We love it. So we hope you do too. Anyway, if you
next week you'll see our, we feel like we just showed you, but next week you'll see our September releases.
Woohoo! Once we decide what they are.
That's where we need the big calendar. She keeps going back and forth. So we have a list and then she's like, Ma, I think I'm going to change it. So this next list that we make is the list, and that's what it's going to be. And if it's something that doesn't come out, it's going to come out the following month, and that's how it's going to be. I'm putting my foot down.
Party people. Anyway, if you get your finishing inspiration from us, tag my blog. We'd love to see your projects, and make sure you hashtag us when you stitch our things because we love to see them.
Yes. Anybody making yard sauce and zucchini casserole? I want to see it. Yeah. Lemon chicken is what we made yesterday with the white sauce. We made just roasted. Oh, she got a new pan. We should have showed that.
Is it even clean?
Yeah,
I got a new pan at.
I washed it last night after dinner.
Home Goods or Marshall's, one of those.
And it's like this big.
It's almost the size of my oven, and it's really good for yard sauce.
It's shallow.
Except for the first time I filled it, because then you can get them all like toasty instead of them being buried. But the first time I filled it too full, and it was like overflowing.
She'd get in trouble for that. But she loves it. We're gonna look for another one so we can see the tag because I'd like one too.
Because I would like to be able to do 2 pans at one time because of the convection abilities of my oven, and then you could probably just switch them top to bottom.
Toasty. All right. Well,
so we enjoy seeing all your stuff. So keep hashtagging us and come join our stitching group, Stitching with the Housewives. We have a lot of fun there, and there's lots of inspiration.
We will see you guys next week.
Bye.